Okay, students, the next section, this is the place we are going to use logarithm table, and what we studied about logarithm laws and what we studied in earlier. All together, all the theories, all the workings we are going to use for this question, and we need to find the value of these given numbers. So if you take the values of the given numbers, those are decimal numbers. So you can say these are decimal numbers, we can multiply without logarithm table. Yes. Okay, the first part is the argument is correct. Okay, we can agree for that argument. So but if you are familiar with logarithm table and you get familiar more, you can easily do the multiplication using the logarithm table without logarithm table. It is faster than without logarithm table, the usual multiplication style. Okay, what about the second question? What about your argument? We can multiply it, so it takes some times. It will occur some errors while we multiply, because the first part we have 2 decimals, second we have 2 decimal, third we have 2 decimal. Altogether, after the multiplication, you got 6 decimal place after the multiplication. Okay, so 6 decimal place after the multiplication, you think about that. So we have so much of places are there for error. So we need accurate values. We can't waste our time while we multiply. So we using logarithm table. That is the use of logarithm table. Okay, we have some steps. Go for logarithm table or using logarithm table. Find the value of this given number. We have some steps. Don't ignore the steps. Some students, they got the theory, they have idea of logarithm. Okay, they'll think like, okay, while they are doing or giving answer, writing answer on the exam time, they ignore the steps. So what will happen if they ignore the steps, the basic steps? The first, they lose their part marks. So for logarithm, each and every step you have part marks. Say they lose the marks. The second step, if you not writing proper steps, you will be having a trouble with the finding value. If you miss something, so if you ignore a step, you can miss something. So if you miss something from the previous step while you are ignoring a step, so you will have big trouble. So from the starting, you have to follow the steps. You have to write the basic steps. Okay, 5.347 into 2.31. So we'll take the exact value from the multiplication as a algebraic term, unknown term. So we'll use x. So x equal 5.347 into 2.31. So we'll take the value after the multiplication as an unknown term. This is the very basic step. So then we have to find the x. Now we have to find the x. Okay, if you want to use a logarithm table without the form LG or without the form log 10, we know LG means look at the logarithm table. Basically, logarithm base 10 means look at the logarithm table. Without this sign, you can't use logarithm. So we need to add logarithm signs for this step. So that is the main second step. So that is the easiest part. So from both of this equation, both of the side, you have to add just LG, logarithm. Then we discuss the theory about that. Okay. So if you want to clear the square, clear the square, so the basic step is you need to multiply with power half, and also you need to multiply the other side of the equation. That is our basic step. So in this part we have x, on that part we write it as 25. We studied that. Okay, we need to do both sides of the equation. So the first step, we need a logarithm sign on both sides because we are going to use logarithm table. So the step is LGX. Just write a LG in front of the unknown term and write a LG all together in front of altogether the given value. Okay. Ida separate aning eludila adi vyathyasama verama eludinga ennu sonna you got trouble. Okay, and the given numbers before the given numbers with the all set within bracket write it as before the bracket you write a LG mark. So 5.347 into 2.31. So this is very basic step. If you ignore these steps you will be have trouble in the other part of the section. Okay, so from here we have to recall what we studied on logarithm laws. So the basic logarithm law is if you have two values as a multiplication on a logarithm, so next step you can write it as addition, separate addition. Okay, you know the law. So if you have division on a logarithm, on a single logarithm, so you can write it as separate subtraction. So both these two laws are going to be useful all over this part. Okay, you have to remember and you have to recall this. So we have on our right hand side of the equation we have two values inside a logarithm. So that's how we are going to use that law. So if we have two values, we can separately write it as an addition. So LG 5.347 plus LG 2.31 with multiplication in a single log, we can write it as separate log same base with addition. So that is the most important step. So LGX left hand side we leave it while we do something from these steps. Okay, so now before the given values we have a LG mark. Now you can use the logarithm table. So the first step we studied how to find logarithm. So you have to find logarithm for 5.347. First two digit you know the rows. So 53rd row, 4th column. 53rd row, 4th column. We have 72, 75. We have 72, 75. 53, 4, 72, 75. So the main difference we have 7. So on the 7th column we have 6. On the 7th column we have 6. So we need to add. So 72, 81 is our answer. So we can write. So what is the step we missed? This is the common way all the students they have doing like this. Okay, logarithm, the first step you don't want to do the mantissa. Okay, don't do it. So properly you have to follow the step. First step, the character part. Okay, all the students if they studying this they are going to do like this. From the previous batches we noted that. So don't do this. Okay, before decimal place you have one digit. So subtract 1. So that's why I told you there are 3 ways to find the character. But if we are going to do a question, we can't do other two part. Okay, we know the other two part. So because we have so many works to do, we have so many steps to write. So we need a simple step to remember how to find the logarithm. So that step it's what I recommended from the beginning. So before the decimal place you have one digit. So count the digits before the decimal place and you have to always subtract 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Starting from character always. Now you can go for the Mantisa. 53rd row, 4th column and 7th mean difference. We have 72, 81. Okay, the second part we have 2.31. So the character is before the decimal place we have one digit, subtract 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0.23, 1. 23rd row, first column. 23rd row, first column. 36, 36. We have 36, 36. Okay. We have 36, 36. Okay, done. So we found the logarithm of the given numbers and we have to add those numbers. So 1 plus 6 is 7, 8 plus 3 11, 1 remaining. So 7 plus 2 is 9. So 7 plus 3 is 10, 0, 1 remaining, 0, 0, that is 1, 1.0917. So we look at the logarithm and we write the logarithm, and with the sign positive plus we have to add it. So we add the logarithm. So in the step, write the LGX, the left hand side, LGX. I told you in the anti-logarithm session, remember the step. So if you look at this step, it is similar to the step what I said to remember. LGX, LGY, you can remember that. So LGX 1.0917. So we need to find the value of from the multiplication. We write it as x. Now we have LGX. You have to find the x. So this part, up to this part, you have the knowledge. You need have the knowledge of finding logarithm. After this part, you have to use the knowledge what you studied about anti-logarithm. Because if you want to find the x, value of x, you need to change the LG other part of the equation. So x equal anti-log 1.0917. So this is how anti-log going to work. We studied as separately. This is how we are going to use log and anti-log both together. So now you know how to find the logarithm. So 0917, the month is a part you need to find with inside the logarithm table. So go and find 0917. 0917. You have 0969. Okay, sorry. 0917. 0917 mean you have 0899. 0899. You have 0899, but you need 0917. So after 0899 you have 0934. It is more than what we have. So if you subtract, you can easily get the value what we are going to find from the mean difference. So 17 minus 9, it's 8. So 10 minus 9, it's 1. So we need 18 from the mean difference. So we have 12th row and 3rd column 0899. So we can write it as 1.23. 12th row, 3rd column. So from that we need 18 from that. So on the row, 12th row, we don't have 18 but we have a 17. So we can go for the nearest value. 17, it's on 5th mean difference. So the anti-logarithm of 0917 is 1.235. So the character part, it's 10 to the power 1. So the last part, so x equal, the last step we can write it as x equal 10 to the power 1, 10. So 12.35. So if you multiply 5.347 with 2.31, the value is 12.35. So that's how we are going to use logarithm laws and what we studied about logarithm, anti-logarithm all together. We'll discuss the second question. Okay, what we have on the second question. So the first basic step, we write the values from the multiplication. We write it as x. So x equal 11.76. We write exactly what is the given. What is given? So 18.97 into 2.31. So the next step, we need to add logarithm because we need to use logarithm table. So we need LG sign both side of the equation. So write LG sign both of the equation, LGX. So consider this step. Right side of the equation, you need to write within bracket what you have given always. So 11.76, 18.97, 2.31. Okay, we have both side LG. Now we are considering the right hand side. So on right hand side, a single logarithm, we have three values altogether with a multiplication. So we can write it as separate addition. So LG 11.76 plus LG 18.97 plus LG 2.31. With the single log multiplication, the law says we can write it as separate logarithm as addition. If it is on division, we can write it as a subtraction. So now with all the values, we have logarithm. So the logarithm, LG sign means it gives, use the logarithm table. So we need to find the logarithm of each of the number. So 11.76. Before the decimal place, we have two digits. So subtract 1. So 2 minus 1, 1 point, the character. So 11th row, 7th column, 6. So 11th row, 7th column, we have 0682. 11th row, 6th column, we have 0682. Okay, what is the mean difference? 6th column, you have 23. So altogether you need to add, so 5, 10, so 0705. So Mantisa is 0705 plus 18.97. Before the decimal, we have two digits, subtract 1, so 1 point. So 18th row, 9. 18th row, 9. We have 2765. 18th row, 9. We have 2765. And 9, 7. On the 7th column, we have 16. So altogether, 11, that is 8. 2781. 2781. Okay, the last 2.31, 23.1. 23.1. Before the decimal place, we have one digit, so subtract 1, so 0 point. So 23.1, that is 3636. Okay, we done to find logarithm. Okay, altogether we have additions, so we need to add all three values. All three values got 4 digits after the decimal place, so is it easy? So 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. So 1 remaining, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 8, 12, 12 plus 0, still 12. So 1 remaining, 1 plus 6, 7, 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 7, that is 21. So 2 remaining, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 0, that is 7. So nothing remain. So the before the decimal place, we have 0, 1, 1. So 2 point. So while you add or subtract the logarithm part, you need to write the left hand side part, LGX. Okay, from this part, you remember this step. So if you want to find the x, you need to change the logarithm. So if you change the logarithm, it will change as antilog. So 2.7122. So we need to find 7122 antilogarithm. 7122. We have 7118. We have 7118. 7118. We need another 4. So 7118, we can write the values, that is on 51st row. So 5.1. The column is 5th column. So we need another 4 there. The 4 is on the 5th mean difference column. So that is 5. So the character part 10 to the power 2. So finally 5155 multiplied by 100. So you can move the decimal place 515.5. So that is our answer. So likewise with multiplication we are doing using logarithm table, we can easily find the value. So we'll discuss what about division. If we got a division, how do we use logarithm table?